Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2022. This is the first broadcast that I've done in the new year, so this is pretty exciting. And I love the topic today of the energy of your business around your 2022 energetic business breakthrough. Plus, we're going to have the weekly oracle as well. And I want to know what your plan is. So we're going to give this a minute, make sure this is showing up okay. And we're going to go through what you can do to make your business super successful for 2022 and what you're doing, what you're not doing, what you could be doing. There's so much opportunities and potential this year. It is incredibly magical. So, that being said, let me introduce yourself. I'm Melissa Zosky, and I'm the founder of the Aligned and Limitless Entrepreneur Program and the Energy of Your Business podcast. And what I do is I help intuitive business owners, coaches, and healers tap into their magnetic power, their magnetic energy, clear their success blocks using energy, and helping them level up their business to create that six-figure year working 3 days a week. Because I know that as intuitive business owners, spiritual entrepreneurs, we're always working with energy, right? And when we're working with energy, it takes a little piece of us every time we're doing it. So we need to be able to replenish that. And also, when we work with other people, what happens is those same things that we're working on them with, we're shifting in ourselves as well, right? Because usually you teach what you need to learn. And so we need that time. So the 3-day work week is super important because we need that time to be able to process and integrate it. Otherwise, we lead to burnout and overwhelm. So welcome to 2022. And I'm so glad that you're here. If you are trying to plan out your new year, tag anyone else in here that you think this would be good for, because we're going to go through some really good business strategy while staying aligned. Okay. All right. Okay. So I wanted to go over, well, first of all, I'm sure you've heard that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? I think that was Benjamin Franklin that said that. And I hope you guys can hear me okay. So let me repeat that. Yes. Okay. So I'm sure that you've heard that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is something that's super important, especially for intuitives, because writing things down, having a plan for them while you're aligned energetically is super important, because what you put out, you get back. And they say that when you write things down, there's actually more power and you actually make those things happen when they're written. Okay. So I wanted to go over what your aligned business action plan for 2022 is. Do you have a plan? Did you already start writing it down? I would love to hear that in the comments. Do you have a plan? Have you been writing it down? Have you been getting super excited about your work and what you want to create in 2022? So there's a line between planning your year out intuitively, okay, and just planning that sucker out. All right. So when you make an intuitive plan, you are coming from that place of tapping into your higher self, to God's source universe. And it's always spot on. If you're doing this, it's always spot on. There's always the weekly and the daily planning that comes in with that. And with this, when you make a big plan for the year, I want you to keep this in mind, that when you are looking at your daily and weekly, there are going to be times when you need to pivot a little bit. And that's because you're in tuned. You're getting these downloads. You're getting these hits of what should I be doing next? What lights me up? And that can change daily depending on your energy, your emotions, the situations in your life. And sometimes you just get some incredible downloads that make you pivot. But we're always heading toward that end big goal, but it might just change a little bit. So don't beat yourself up if you're not sticking to that plan exactly, okay? It's like a dance. You never know where your partner's going to go, right? But the next time that you make that next step, it's fluid and it's beautiful and it feels like magic. So this is where tapping into your energetic team can be super helpful for you. And I do this all the time and I love it. All right. So I wanted to tell you about my Women's Wealth Activation and Goal Planning Workshop this Friday. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to put a link in the comments below. I think I'll have my assistant put that link in there for you guys. And this would be a great place for you to step into your success for 2022. We're going to be really going over our exclusive energetic breakthrough clearing and planning sessions. We're going to be doing this together, and we're going to ignite your goals, all while aligning to your soul's mission. And I know that many of you have felt this, and many of you feel this pull. And I want to make sure that you are really, really, really tuned into it, because that's where the magic happens, okay? We're going to plan your year filled with soulmate clients, successful programs, and step into that 6+ figure income, all while staying aligned. And this is super important, alignment, okay? That's when you feel good about what you're doing. And it's a little bit different for each and every one of us, okay? So let's go over some of the things that will help you plan for your success. And these are things that are tried and true that I do all the time, not just the beginning of the year, but quarterly. I even do them daily. Sometimes we just need to take a step back and reset. And I love doing this at the beginning of the year and the beginning of every quarter, because it really helps us to stay in alignment, okay? So what I love to do is walk through, and we do this during the, I'm going to help you do this during Friday's workshop as well, but we walk you through your income ceilings. We all have them, and that's super important, because I don't know about you, but if you've always hit, like maybe you've tried to hit 50K, I believe everybody should be at 6 figures. So let me get that off the table right there. But let's say you're just still starting out and you haven't quite hit 50K, but you always hit 45. There's an energetic income ceiling there. And so there's probably a belief. Some of these can be poverty blocks going back hundreds, if not thousands of generations. And what we need to do is tap into where those are rooted, the earliest original event that those happened in, and then clear them out. We're going to be doing some of that work on Friday as well. And then what that does is it crashes through that income ceiling. And if you do this work, if you don't do the work, you could stay stuck in your lower income bracket, okay? That's your energetic, it's like a speedometer. It's your energetic income speedometer. It's how fast you're gonna go, how slow you're gonna go. So let's speed this up, okay? We just need to reset it and make that your new set point, okay? And you can stretch, it doesn't have to be super uncomfortable. And I show you how to do that too, because we're gonna plan out, on the workshop, we're gonna plan out how you reprice your programs, what you're offering. Is it creating massive transformation for others, or are you still doing one-offs? We don't want you trading dollars for hours. We want you trading transformation, okay? So do you have a plan to stand out and be seen as the expert in your field? Do you have a plan for that? Now, many of you are like, well, how can I do that? There are so many ways that we do that. And again, we're going to go over that on Friday as well. But it is super important that you know what you're offering, that you stand out, that you're out here like I am right now on social media, teaching what you know, touching people's lives, helping people that are stuck. And I'm telling you, when you get on these calls, or when you get on lives, or you do stories, or you make a post, every time you do it while you're aligned energetically, the right people hear what you need to say. And they listen, and you're helping them. And that creates more of you being the expert in your field. Testimonials will do that too. If you get testimonials, don't just keep them on your website, share them out in social media. Share them. That will help you become a better expert, be seen as the expert in your field. All right. So as you're doing this, having a planner. Oh, and I wanted to show you this too. We have the planner. This is my old, this is the one from last year. I changed the title for it, but you're going to get this, and you can see that it is full of amazing strategies for getting your year planned out. And we're going to be using this on Friday as well. And it's really amazing how quickly you can just like feel good about what you're doing. And you feel more grounded when you have that aligned plan. Okay. So being seen as an expert in your field, getting those testimonials out there, showing them to people, like maybe screenshot them and share them in stories. That's always helpful. That could help you level up and be seen as the expert. Okay. So it's super important to have soul infused high transformation offers. I love this work because I love helping people create their offers. And so many of you have so many gifts that you're not even aware of. And as we plan those out, you become more confident. You're like, wow, I didn't even know I had all this. And when you start looking at it really close and see how valuable it is and own your worth and your value, it creates, again, that magic, okay? So if you're selling one-offs, we know that you can help people, right? We know that one session will help somebody. But will it create the total transformation that they're looking for? Will that offer create it? You need to offer them something that gives them their results that they want. And one-offs is this going to give them a taste? It's not going to give them the full transformation. And so what that does is people leave and they kind of just forget about you. They don't purchase another session, sometimes maybe one or two more, but they don't ever reach that. So they don't say, oh, wow. They don't become raving fans because they didn't get what they thought they were going to get. So that's where you need to be offering them the full transformation, which is usually a series, right? And it's usually just not within a session or a session of 4 or a session of 8. It's a transformational process. And so that's one of the things that when my people follow this line of thinking, they start to create their 6-figure years, 6-figure plus years. Okay. And so are you energetically aligned with what you're offering? Okay. And with your prices that you have on these packages and the programs. If you're not, then you need to start planning for that. And that's something, again, we go over on Friday. I know I keep saying that, but it's something that just sitting down and planning it out will help you immensely, okay? This also helps you with your soulful sales. I know that there's that, ew, I hate sales, ewy. I know that feeling of, ew, when you do sales. It doesn't have to be. I want you to think of sales as serving, okay? You are helping your people. And if you don't do it, and if you don't put that offer out there, I remember when I first started working, I had a $47 offer, and I wasn't even selling that many of those in the very beginning because I wasn't even putting the offer out there. I was like a little embarrassed, or I just didn't know what to do with it. So it was just super hard. And I want you just to think about that, okay? How do you feel about sales? Are you serving with those? Are you knowing that you are actually helping those people? Because I really believe that we are born with contracts to work with our soulmate clients. Before we're born, we have that contract in place. They are waiting already here for you to work with them. If you already feel like you are a practitioner, you've learned these methods, you've learned these techniques, if you've already done this, then you are meant to be there. There's no accidents, okay? You're meant to serve your people. And so that means you stepping up and out and being seen, all right? What's your plan for that? What is your plan for that for 2022? I want you to think about that. So here's one of the big things too is, are you taking time daily to clear the most difficult sabotaging blocks to success and abundance that you have? All right. Remember that your blocks go back generations, okay? They go back hundreds, if not thousands of years. And that's my zone of genius. I love to say, okay, you have a mother's side, 12 generation back, fear of being seen. And it could be because that relative, that ancestor stood up. And it could be a witch wound. It could be something where they were burned at the stake because they were seen sharing their gifts. It could be something super scary that's locked into your DNA and into your cells. And what that does is it sends a broadcast out to the universe of fear and of not wanting to be seen. And so the universe matches that and brings it right back to you, more of the same. Okay? And so we don't want that. We want to clear those out so that you are free and clear to claim your worth, to step into your gifts, and to show the people that you're meant to work with who you are. And I want you to remember deep down on the soul level who you are, because you have a purpose and a mission. And if you're not sharing it right now, if you have all these fears, I can't do it, or I don't have the time, or I don't have the resources, you are basically just turning away from these opportunities to help others and to create this incredibly magical life for yourself. Okay? So when we clear all these out, this helps you start to attract more of what you want to create. And that includes your lifestyle. It includes what you create for your kids. I want you to think about when you're planning out your year for 2022, when you're thinking about this, you are looking deeper into what you want to feel. How do you want to feel in 2022? What do you see? And I want you to stretch past beyond what you think you can do. Because when you let go of the how you're going to do it, how am I going to do this? And keep going back to, well, how do I do this? And step into that person that's already there, that future version of you, you embody that energy and you become super magnetic. And that's where you are attracting more of the good, because you're always attracting no matter what. So why not attract more consciously what you want to be attracting, right? I mean, it's beautiful. So let's start attracting what you want instead, okay? So this also, when we clear these blocks, this also helps you, with your intuition, tapping deeper into that deep knowing, that guidance that we're getting, that wisdom that we're getting all the time. Those gentle nudges, I call them my IGS, my internal guidance system. And it clears the pathway to whether you take the left path or the right path, or you keep going straight, or maybe you pivot and turn all the way around. Whatever that is for you, that intuition is super important. And when you start clearing these blocks and you go back generation, you tap into the collective. Oh, and I have a magical way of doing this, guys. It is so strong. And it clears not only from your ancestors, but the collective, because as you know, right now, we have a lot of collective energy going on right now that affects each and every one of us. I mean, don't you want to stay in your house because of it? It's like, I don't want to go out, because you feel it when you go to places these days. It's crazy. So we tap into that. We help you clear that so that nothing is holding you back. All right. So, tapping into your inner guidance system to take inspired action business steps to your best year ever is where we're at. Okay. That intuition is your guidance. That's going to help you. Okay. And prioritizing and setting time daily every morning to align to your intuition and reassess what feels right to do. And again, this is where this book, this planner, this beautiful planner helps you really get aligned. I mean, we have so many cool stuff. We have social media planning, promotion planning. We have a client outreach tracker in here. We have a social media posts. We have the promotional emails. We have top posts that you've had so that you can check out your analytics, see what's working, what's not. This thing is golden. And I want you to get that. We're giving that out on Friday. So if you signed up today for it, you'll get the download for it now, and you can go print it out if you want. What I usually do, I have my whole book printed out. What I usually do is just print out separate pages out of the PDF. And that helps kind of like daily, like sometimes I'll plan out stuff on Mondays. Some things I plan out Wednesdays. Some things I'll plan out Thursdays or Fridays. And so I'll just plan out the sheets. And then you can just keep planning out new ones. It's really great. So prioritizing and setting time to do that in your morning to align to your intuition is super important. When you get up, how's your day going to look? How's your day going to feel? Really important, right? And I love to write it down. If you write it down, again, everything that you write out has more of the ability to actually manifest. All right. So it's beautiful. So, we'll be tuning into your big goal for 2022. So we're going to do that on Friday too, but I want you to think about that here today now. What is your big goal for 2022? It could be, I like to do two. I like to be what kind of transformations, what kind of people am I working with, what I want to create as like my legacy. But I also like to have my financial goal for 2022 as well. And tapping into your big goal for the year that ties into your next level version of you. Now, we all have this dream of what we want to become, right? And if you don't, then there's some meditation that needs to happen. There's some energy work that needs to happen. We need to see, it's like getting into the car and not knowing where you're going. I mean, if you just get into your car, you turn the gas on and you're sitting there, where am I going to go? You're not going to go anywhere. So when you're planning out your 2022, I'd love for you to take some time today. If you're not joining us on Friday, we're going to be doing all this on Friday. But and the link is in the comments here. It's called melissazosky.com/wealth activated year. Okay. We're going to be clearing blocks and going through all these steps. But I want you to think about what you want for your 2022. And I challenge you today to write down your big goal. I want you to think about how that would feel, what kind of transformation you would make in other, and how much money you would like to create in your life. And then I always want you to add to the back of that, this or better. Because, you might be asking for this decked out Toyota 4Runner, right? And wow, I really want this decked out Toyota 4Runner. But the universe might want to send you a really fancy decked out SUV Porsche or something like that. And it's way better, maybe not to you, but if it's way better, you want to make sure that you're open to this or better. So having a clear vision of what you want, how you'd feel with that. Like, how would you feel if you had this successful business working 3 days a week, right? Feeling aligned and amazing. How would you feel? That would be amazing. Now, I want you to step into that. Excuse me, step into that. Feel it. and really, really embody that feeling. And then you're going to work backward and make a plan. Okay. And on Friday, when we're doing this, we're stepping backward and we're going through each step, really intense workshop. And it's on sale right now. After the live, it goes up like 5 times. So I want you to just take a look at it, see if it resonates with you, because you should get it now. If you can't make the live, you can also, there'll be a replay for it. You'll have access to all that. You'll get the planner, the book, and you'll get everything that you need in here. And this will actually, oh my gosh, I even forgot about this one. It has like an email funnel strategy. Gosh, the funnel outline. So we even go through like your funnel outline and these things that help keep you from, keep you aligned with your people and getting your message out there. All right. So love this. So I hope to see you there. Okay. So love you. Hi, Hannah. Nice seeing you here. We love having you here. Hi, Sandy. Hi, LaFern. So great. I want to see if anybody is showing up sometimes when you're doing these streams on StreamYard, it shows up. Let's see here in one page, but not the other. So let me check and see if there's any comments. If you have any comments, I'm going to go ahead and draw some cards, and I would love to draw a card for you. This would be fun. Okay. Hi, Joanna. Nice to see you here. Yes. Okay. All right. All right. So the energy of your business. So today we're going to do this week. We're going to do this quarter, and we're going to do for this whole year. So this is my deck, the energy of your business. And this beautiful deck you can get. And I'll have my assistant put the link for this if you want to get one of your own. Oh, I got some upside down cards there. If you want to get some of your own, you can. I think these are all upside down. Maybe not, but they're beautiful and they help you align to your higher guidance, okay? Your higher self. And when you tap into these, it becomes very easy to become more intuitive and take that aligned step. These have always been spot on too, okay? So this is what it looks like, the energy of your business oracle cards. All right. And I'll put the link in there if my assistant doesn't get around to it too. So let's go ahead and draw this week, this quarter, and this year. So I want you to focus, and then I'm going to draw some cards for you individually, okay? I'll say, okay, so each one of you focus for your Align 2022, all right? Just close your eyes and shift your eyes up gently as we tune into what you want to create for 2022, how you want to feel, what kind of income that you want to create, and what that will take to get there, all right? And this will give you a really good start to aligning to your 2022 success. Okay. All right. So first card, second card, third card. I'm going to take a quick picture of this because I'm going to post this on social media. You know, guys, I'm such a multitasker. There we go. I'm such a multitasker. So this is one of the ways that I actually save time is by doing things like taking pictures of what I'm drawing right now and then cutting it out for a little podcast, a little separate little intro podcast. Okay. So the first card is calling in your clients. So this is for this week. All right. This is what I want your inspired action for this week to be. And I'm going to draw cards for you individually for those of you that want them as well. But calling in your clients to cast out your energetic net and call in your ideal soulmate clients. Okay. Each one of us, as I said before, we are born with a contract with our soulmate clients. And now we need to step out. So calling in your clients could be stepping out and DMing. Like when you are going through your social media and somebody just, all of a sudden you're attracted to someone, you're looking at them and you're like, wow, there's something about that person. I want you to reach out to them and DM, get to know them, find out about them, get them on a connection call, just a 5-minute connection call. Find out more about them, what they're struggling with, see if you can help them in some way. All right. And just that, remember, it takes I think now it used to be 7 touches before someone becomes a client, right? Now I think it's 17. I mean, it's a lot more. So just making those initial contacts and then using the client tracker in the Elevate Your Year planner can really help you keep track of who those people are. I do that for collaborations. Oh, and I forgot to ask you, What is your word for 2022? What is your word? I'll probably do another live this week on that. My word is collaboration. So every time I'm reaching out to people, this is part of it. But calling in your clients, whether that is doing a live, whether it's doing stories, casting out that energetic net, super important. Okay. All right. The next thing for this quarter, for these first, 3 months, clarity. I want you to become very clear. All right. So get clear on what you want, who you want to serve, and what transformations will happen with that. Okay. That clarity, just what is your why? We're doing that on the Friday's workshop as well. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? You probably went through something, right? I remember I went through a lot of pain. I had autoimmune turn on. We went through financial disaster from the 2008 bubble. We lost almost everything. And that I had to do something. And I was at my lowest low. And it was either, I just didn't know what was going to happen. I was so scared. It's so much pain, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of it. I was broken. And so that led me to energy and using energy work. And when I really tapped into it quickly, because I was on fire, it shifted within a year. I mean, we went from like $1,000 in our bank account to multiple six figures. So clarity, being clear. Now, I go deeper into this in my program as well, where being clear is not about like if you are somebody that works on people's health issues and then all of a sudden you do a post, an outreach post, like a lead generation post, right, for relationships, but you're actually a health coach. That's kind of a disconnect. So being very clear on who you are, what you're offering, and making sure that everything ties back to that is really important. If you're scattered all over the place, it really creates confusion. So clarity is super important, okay? The next thing is, one of my favorite, this is my word for last year, connection. Connection, network and collaborate, create strong connections. These will take you far. So your connection, that is really, really important. Diane, yes, network is a huge word. Collaborate was me for this year, so that's kind of similar, right? So connection. What are you doing right now to connect to people? So this is for this full year. This is amazing. This is for this year, for all of you. This is going to be part of what you should be doing this year. This is what you were called from listening to this call to do for this full year, is making connections, making that a very much priority. Now, networking's on here. Collaboration is on here. Okay, create strong connections. That will help build your business, making it really amazing. Okay, and I love it. All right, so we have that. If any of you would like individual cards to be drawn, let me know, and we'll do that. And I just want to say thank you for joining me for this call today, stepping into this 2022 success in your guidance, your intuition, and being able to really plan out your year using your intuition and your internal guidance system is key for your 2020 success. All right, so we have, let's see here, and I might miss some of you, so please post again if you can't see it. Oh yeah, I can't wait for Tracy. I'm glad you're going to be joining us on Friday. Amazing. I know. Again, the link for that is in the comments. If you scroll up, it's going to be a blast. You can download the planner right away. It's, like I said before, super thick planner. And it is like, look at this. Super, super great. I got to have another one of these printed out. I love it. You can print it out early and start playing with it. I always do that. I always like to get a head start. Okay, let's see here. Tracy would like a card. Let's go ahead and start with you, Tracy Morden. And I'm going to give you a card right now. So just focus. Now, if you feel a pull right now to be the person that gets this card too, whether you're watching the live or the replay, just tune in. And this card, if you're feeling that little tingly feeling, this card's meant for you. All right. So Tracy. Right here. Okay. You have calling in your clients. So Tracy, cast your energetic net and call in your ideal clients. You heard me talk about this a little bit ago. It's time for you to step out and be seen, make those connections. It's all tied together. And it's beautiful because when you go into every conversation with curiosity instead of, oh, this is going to be a potential client, ooh, that kind of feels gross. Make sure that you are looking at it curiously, out of curiosity, okay? Because when you come at it from that point of view, this could be somebody that is potential client. Yes, it could be somebody that you collab with. It could be somebody that you just make a really deep connection with. Maybe it's somebody that just needs your help and that's what you're supposed to be doing today to serve. It could be just a friend, a really deep friend. I shouldn't say just, but somebody that you end up being a peer with and supporting and they support you. It has all sorts of opportunities. So calling in clients, Tracy, have that be your focus. Go into it with curiosity. Okay. All right. So we have next person is, oh, I love that. Facebook user. My word is delight and mastery. Love it. Okay. I can't see the Facebook user's name. Just put your name first. If you said whatever, if you want it, and if I can't read who you are, if I'm not calling it your name, just put your name first. Okay, Tracy, you're printing it out as you speak. Awesome. And you know what? If you don't want to use a bunch of your ink at home, just take it to Staples or Office Spot or Office Depot or whatever, and they'll print it out for you for a pretty reasonable price there too. All right. Diane Foster, here we go. Is anybody feeling that tingle again? If this is you, Diane Foster, this is for you. Focus. One more shuffle. These cards are amazing too. The link for these is inside the comments here, and I have a whole video tutorial on how to use them. All right, Diane. Attract. Ooh, magnetize and pull in what you want. Attract. Remember, we get what we put out. So magnetizing and pull in what you want. We're always attracting, right? We're always doing that 24/7. That's why doing the subconscious work. Tracy, Diana, I don't know if you have the quantum key method, but that's a great way to start clearing out anything that's getting in the way that is subconscious, because we are like, our subconscious runs like 90+%, right? It controls it. So when we start clearing out those subconscious beliefs and blocks, we're able to install the positive easier, and that attracts more to us. All right. And that means every morning, making sure that you're feeling good, that you're stepping into that energy of how you want to feel. If you're going through a hard time, take a moment to recenter, to rebalance, clear out what's there. Okay, Diane saying, I think the energy is bringing like-minded people together. There is a need for connections. I agree. I totally 100% agree with you. And it's super important that we do make those connections. All right. So who is next? Janelle. All right. Let's pull a card for you. Sweet Janelle. All right. Go ahead and focus. If any of you are feeling the pull for this shuffling, for this pull, it's for you, whether you're on the live or whether you're on the replay. Okay. Ooh, I love it, Janelle. Higher self. Ask your old wife self. Tap into your highest version of you. Now, your highest self is always there. And I want you to remember that. That's part of our team. You know, we have God, source, universe, our soul, our higher self. That higher self, our higher self knows every little detail about us. And they're tapped into our future self at all times, helping us guide us to that future version of us that we are meant to stand in. Okay. So I want you to really pay attention to what your higher self is saying. Really be open to that internal guidance. Okay. And really take the steps. Let trust guide you. Let go of the fear. If you have fear, use the quantum key method. You guys can get that for free at melissazosky.com/QKM for quantum key method. QKM. And you can get that and start clearing out these blocks. It is powerful. We work with the chakras and the meridians and all the energy centers around and your energy field around you so that we can clean it, so that what you're attracting back to you is coming to you with ease and flow. So I hope this helps you, Janelle. All right, Diana Marchand, nice to see you today. All right. Oh, Janelle, that one. Janelle from Three Forks. Yes. Hello, sweetie. We still need to get together for coffee. Let's get on a phone call and make a date. After Friday, I'm pretty open for a while. Okay. All right. Okay. So anyone else would like a card? Let me go ahead and look over here at the other the group and see if we have anybody else. Oh shoot, I can't see the comments. How come I can't see the comments here? Okay, if I haven't seen you, go ahead and comment again, whether you're in the Shining Mentors group. If you're not in the Shining Mentors group, you will want to make sure that you join that. The Shining Mentors Plus Successful Entrepreneurs. That is where the magic happens. I send out broadcasts weekly, and every time I'm connecting in there, we are clearing blocks. Okay, and I also send out broadcasts when you might not even be aware of it. So does anybody else? Let me go ahead and do a refresh here. Anybody else would like a card? I'm super excited. Again, I wanted to make sure that, well, there's 20 comments here, so I know I'm missing people. All right, let me go back to over here. LaFern. LaFern would like a card. All right, LaFern, I'm here for you. And I see you, Christine. All right, so LaFern, go ahead and focus. LaFern is part of my Aligned and Limitless program, and she is an amazing, she works with money. She helps you through your money alignment. She does bookkeeping and accounting type work, and she helps raise the energy of your bank account. So you want to check out LaFern. You want to connect with her, okay? When you're thinking about collabs and connections, you want to make sure you get on with her, okay? All right, so let's go here. All right, LaFern, Ancestral. Let me see if I can see this here. We are looking at Ancestral, which I know you know that we work on within our group every week. Ancestral, clear your inherited beliefs, patterns, and programming. So let me tune in for your ancestral work today, LaFern. And what I'm getting is there's an ancestral perfection going on here. So I want you to go into our energy healing library, and I want you to get the perfection one again. And it is 62 generations back, mother side. So let's start clearing that. In fact, let me start clearing that for you right now. All right. So again, clear your inherited beliefs, patterns, and programming. So everybody on this call that resonates with being a perfection, being imperfection. I'm going to have you, LaFern, go deeper within the library, but let's go ahead and get this started. If you're not driving, go ahead and close your eyes, shift your eyes up gently, and let's clear this out, allowing your body, mind, and spirit to be open and receptive, calling on the highest version of yourself to ID anything else aside from this 62 generation back memory, IDing anything in the collective around perfectionism, around women have to be perfect, have to do everything right, have to be there, be there for everyone, to do everything, to be that person for everyone, and be perfect at all of it. Let's go ahead and clear that. And if you're giving me permission right now, let's me tap into each and every one of you that are on this call live, as well as those of you that are listening to the replay. So we're just going to tap into each and every one of you. You can feel this clearing this out. We have a 22, Father. We have an in utero memory, 1, 2, 3 in utero memories around perfection, not being good enough, worrying about being a good mother or parent. All right, clearing that. All right, then we're going to step into, okay, 44 generation back. Liver. Okay, trapped in the liver, we have anger and we have fear. Clearing those. Okay, any other things that we can ID from this lifetime or inherited? Yes, a 12-year-old memory. We have a 2-year-old memory. We have an abandonment memory. We have a rejection memory. Okay, for anybody listening to this, there's also, it's another in utero memory that's showing up around absorption from your mother, around fear of just being a new mom, but fear of not being able to do it right, not being good enough. All right, okay, clearing this out. Letting go of perfectionism so that you can move forward in your business and your life and your relationships. Okay, so all these, we have 100% of information, yes. And I just want you to say inside your mind right now, I want to be over this. Okay, we're 100% free of any blocks to act. Oh, yes, we're 100% free of all the blocks now. All right, so we're going to create a massive change in your history. Nice. Ooh, strong energy, you guys. Oh, that's nice. Awesome. Okay, collective. Let's pull in the collective. Deeper. Alternative timelines. Other dimensions. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, these are all, yes. Okay, these are all clear. Yes. Okay, so LaFern, I hope that you felt that. That felt pretty freaking amazing. Yes. Awesome. Okay, let's go on. All right, so we're going to do Christine. I see that you want a card. Woo, that was strong. That was strong. Oh, I feel like I'm having a hot flash. It's like, whoa. I'm going to start sweating here. Okay, Christine, let's get you on here. Focus on this next card for you for 2022. What do you need to be doing right now? What is your next step? What's the most important priority? Okay. Oh, love this. One of my favorites. I always say this is one of my favorites or all my favorites. I wouldn't have made them if they weren't. Downloads. Be open and watch for new ideas. Remember, they come in many ways, those downloads. Now, I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and all of a sudden I'm like, boom, I have to get up because I'm getting so many ideas and I'm getting messages that I have to, like one time my husband woke up in the morning, like 7 o'clock, and I'd been up since 2 a.m. And I had all these like index cards around me that I had been writing down every single thing. I still have those index cards that I still pull the information from, but it gave me a map. And this happened, I think like 9 years ago. And it's been really telling me what I was going to be doing. And the funny thing is, I had so much resistance to what it was that it was giving me the message for that I drug my feet for several years. And I always hid behind perfectionism. That's what we helped you clear just a minute ago. I hid behind not wanting to get the help. I wanted to do it, but I didn't know how to do it. So when I first hired my first mentor, which was somebody like myself that was into energy and business at the same time, it really started to change because having that mentor, somebody that's already been there, that's kind of taken this path and already got to that level. When I did that, it was like, boom, that year was great. But I had several years where I just drugged my feet. So until you're ready to really invest and commit, it can be a little bit of a struggle. So the downloads that you get, just listen to them. They're there for you for a reason. Get excited about them. Follow through. Trust. Step in and fully commit, and you'll get there. Okay? All right. Diana, yes, I pulled your card already, and I can't remember what that was. All right. So, all right, Merceda, nice to see you here. I'll give you a card too. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. Anybody else who's kind of feeling the tingled for this card too? Go ahead and just tune in. Like, this card's for me. All right. Oh, gosh, these are really, see, out of all these 44 cards, and I pulled 3 of these to start with, this means this is for you too. So clarity, all right, clarity. Get clear on what you want, who you want to serve, and what transformations will happen. Again, being very clear. I talked about this a couple times already, being very clear. And it could be like starting off with, one of the things I do in my program is I start people off with their why. Why are you doing what you do? And usually it's because you started off with some kind of pain in yourself and then you got over it, right? You worked through it, or you're still working through. We're always working through stuff. I have days when they're not so great, right? But I'm always like aligning, always stepping back into what I know is truth. And I'm aligning my energy and I'm moving forward in that, stepping back into that flow. Instead of swimming up against the current, I turn around and I go with the current. And it never leads me wrong. And always new things come up. New things come up to lead you, okay? So clarity. Who are you? Who do you want to serve? What do you want to create for 2022? Being very clear, almost said 2021, being very clear on what that is and who you want to work with, what you're doing. Like I said before, if you are a health coach and you're selling diets and exercise, and then all of a sudden you come out with a checklist for better relationships, there's a disconnect. It's not being clear, it's being scattered. So you want to make sure everything's tied together. It's part of your brand, part of your messaging. Being clear about that is really important. Now, also being clear about the future version of you, what you want to create. Okay. All right, you just signed up for Friday. Yay! I know, so fun. We have so many people. It's going to be a blast. I'm already feeling the energy from that. And the workbook that's being created, it will be in the course login details. So keep your eyes out for those of you that have signed up for it. Keep your eyes out for that. There's a great workbook that's going to be super helpful for you guys, even past, like I said, you can reprint it and go over it and use it over and over again. Okay. All right. Let me make sure that nobody else over here hasn't asked for, yeah. And for some reason, I can't see other people in the group. For some reason, I can't see any more comments. I know there's more, but I can't see them. I hope to see you guys there on Friday. Again, the link is, if you scroll up through the messages, you'll see the link. It's melissazosky.com/wealth activated year. And it's going to be fun. It's amazing. And you'll get yourself loaded. You'll get this, again, this Elevate. We're going to have the Elevate Your Year business planner. And this is all about energy. We're going to have parts on here about energy blocks, energy clearing. I'm going to be posting some stories and stuff around this, so you guys can tune into that as well. And if you think anybody would benefit from this, share that link with them. All right. I should have some kind of contest where if you share the link to the wealth activation like 10 times in your social media, hey, how about we just do this right now? There are no accidents, right? If you share the link to the wealth activation workshop 10 times, I mean, you could tag 10 people, let's say, and then tag me as well as 11. I'll add you to a drawing to get one of these energy of your business cards. Okay, one of these decks. You'll be entered to win one of these decks. How does that sound? So get into it. You want one of these. These are magical. People say, everybody that's got one, in fact, the reviews are already coming in, and they've said spot on. So these are all, by the way, every one of these cards is imprinted with energetic, beautiful energy. Okay, I've imprinted them with success and abundance. All right. All right, guys, have a great rest of the week and happy 2022. So glad that you're here, and you guys are amazing. Have a great rest of the week. Take care. Bye.